Hello dear language learners, welcome back to Gravy English, your go-to channel for everything about better English. I'm Teacher Chris, your dedicated language coach, and today we're answering another interesting question from our students. How to speak English naturally, fast, and without mistakes during conversations. Before we dive in, let's address a common misconception here. The myth of speaking English without mistakes. But let me assure you, even native speakers make mistakes. Yes, and that's absolutely okay. The key is to focus on progress, not perfection, as that's actually the beauty of learning and growing in our language journey. Moreover, speaking faster without clarity in meaning or clear pronunciation can lead to misunderstandings and may even reflect nervousness. Our goal is not to rush through conversations, but to prioritize clarity and effective communication. So, in today's lesson, we'll explore powerful techniques that will elevate your conversational English skills. Whether you're having a casual chat with friends, participating in a meeting, or delivering a presentation, these strategies will empower you to express yourself with confidence and with authenticity. Before we dive into the lesson, make sure to hit that subscribe button and click on the notification bell so you never missed an update from our channel. Let's get started and unravel the secrets of speaking English naturally, not necessarily fast, and without mistakes during your conversations. Practice thought grouping. When speaking in English, try to group your thoughts into phrases or chunks. This means organizing your sentences in a way that sounds natural and smooth. Native speakers naturally use thought groups, which helps them avoid awkward pauses and maintain a steady flow of speech. Let me give you an example. Yesterday, I went to the movies with my friends. We watched an exciting action film. Afterward, we went for dinner and had a great time. In this example, the speaker naturally groups her thoughts into coherent phrases, creating a smooth flow of speech. Her words and ideas fit together nicely, and others can easily understand what she's saying. Each sentence represents a complete thought, and there are appropriate pauses between them, allowing the listener to process the information easily. I'm planning a trip to Paris next month. I want to visit the Eiffel Tower, explore the Louvre Museum, and enjoy delicious French cuisine. Here, the speaker shares her plans for a trip to Paris, organizing her thoughts into concise phrases. A concise phrase is a short and to-the-point group of words that expresses an idea or message clearly. Each thought group expresses a different aspect of the trip, making it easy for the listener to follow the conversation. Now, let's take a look at another set of examples. I went to the movies with my friends yesterday. We watched an exciting action film. Afterward, then we went out for dinner and had a great time. In this example, the speaker's grouping feels somewhat unnatural due to unnecessary pauses after the word film and afterward. The sentences are slightly fragmented. There are small parts missing or not well connected, making it a bit confusing or not as smooth as it could be. Also, the flow of speech is disrupted, making it less smooth and more challenging for the listener to follow. I'm planning a trip to Paris next month. I want to visit the Eiffel Tower, explore the Louvre Museum, and enjoy delicious French cuisine. Here, the speaker's thought grouping is unnatural because she pauses after Paris, which breaks the connection between the destination and the specific plans for the trip. Additionally, the phrase next month sounds disconnected from the rest of the sentence. Master filler words and pausing. Personally, I think some English learners avoid fillers and pausing because they don't want to sound hesitant or slow. They equate talking fast with being fluent. But I think it's also good to learn to use filler words like well, you know, and like appropriately. These words can give you a moment to gather your thoughts and avoid speaking too fast. Additionally, we should practice using pauses effectively to emphasize key points and create a more impactful speech, one that has a real effect on others and make your message memorable and important. Filler words and pausing can be valuable when you need a moment to gather your thoughts before responding to a question or expressing a complex idea. It allows you to formulate a well-structured reply and avoid rushing into an answer. For example, well, that's really interesting question, and I think it requires more careful consideration. You know, when we talk about climate change, there are several aspects we need to address. In this example, the speaker uses filler words and to gather her thoughts before discussing a complex topic. The pauses allow her to organize her ideas and respond thoughtfully. Pausing can be also used to add emphasis to a particular point or create a dramatic effect. It helps in drawing attention to important information or capturing the listener's interest. Filler words, when used sparingly, carefully, and in small amounts, can also add emphasis to a particular idea or highlight uncertainty or surprise. For example, I can't believe what happened next. She walked into the room, paused, and then slowly, she revealed the surprise. In this example, the speaker uses pauses to create a dramatic effect, building suspense before revealing the surprise. In a longer conversation or speech, filler words and brief pauses help in smoothly transitioning from one idea to another. They act as a bridge between the thoughts and maintain the listener's engagement without abrupt shift. Example: in conclusion, I want to highlight the main points we discussed today. First, we explored the importance of education in empowering communities. Now, let's shift our focus to the role of technology in promoting sustainable development. In this example, the speaker uses filler words in conclusion, first, now, and pauses to smoothly transition between different ideas in his speech, guiding the audience through the flow of the discussion. Remember, the key to using filler words and pausing effectively is to do so purposefully and in moderation. Practice incorporating them naturally into your speech to enhance communication and make your conversations or speeches more engaging. Listen actively and respond mindfully. During conversations, actively listen to what the other person is saying. This will help you to respond appropriately and contribute to a meaningful exchange. Engaging in active listening will also improve your comprehension and allow you to respond more confidently. Example: instead of preparing a rehearsed response, actively listen to your conversation partner and respond based on what they said.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, I'm good, thank you. You know, I've been working on this exciting project at work. It's all about developing new strategies to increase customer engagement and boost sales. We're really looking forward to implementing these ideas and seeing positive results in the next quarter.
That's great to hear. By the way, I just got back from a hiking trip over the weekend. The views were breathtaking, and I managed to capture some stunning photos.
Oh, that's nice. So, as I was saying, our team has been working diligently on analyzing market trends and consumer behavior to ensure that our product offerings align perfectly with the target audience's preferences. Our marketing campaign will be launched soon, and we're confident it will be a huge success.
In this conversation, Person B is clearly more focused on delivering his prepared speech about work-related topics and doesn't seem to actively listen to Person A's response about the hiking trip. Person B's response shows a lack of engagement with the topic introduced by Person A, as he immediately steered the conversation back to his rehearsed response about their work project. This kind of conversation can come across as self-centered and maybe make the other person feel unheard or unimportant. Active listening and genuine engagement in a conversation are crucial for building strong relationships and effective communication.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. How about you?
I'm good too. Thanks for asking. You know, I just got back from a hiking trip over the weekend. The views were breathtaking, and I managed to capture some stunning photos.
Wow, that sounds amazing. I love hiking too. Where did you go for your trip?
I went to the nearby mountains. It was a challenging but rewarding experience. I can show you some of the photos later if you're interested.
Absolutely, I'd love to see them. By the way, I've been working on this exciting project at work. It's all about developing new strategies to increase customer engagement and boost sales.
In this revised conversation, Person B actively listens to Person A's response about the hiking trip and shows genuine interest by asking follow-up questions. They engage in a two-way conversation, sharing personal experiences and showing curiosity about each other's topics. When Person B talks about their work project, Person A responds thoughtfully and asks relevant questions, demonstrating their active listening and mindful response. This type of conversation fosters a sense of connection and understanding between both individuals, leading to a more meaningful and fulfilling exchange of ideas. Incorporate fluent intonation. Pay attention to the intonation patterns of native speakers. Fluent intonation involves the rise and fall of pitch, which conveys emotions, emphasis, and changes in meaning. Mastering intonation will make your speech sound more engaging and expressive.
Are you coming to the party tonight?
Yes, I am.
Did you finish the report on time?
No, I didn't. I need a bit more time to complete it.
In these examples, the rising intonation at the end of the sentences indicates that the speakers are asking questions. The pitch rises at the end, inviting the listeners to respond or engage in the conversation.
I went to the grocery store and bought some fruits.
Oh, that's nice.
The weather forecast says it's going to rain today.
I hope I brought my umbrella.
The falling intonation at the end of the sentences indicates that the speakers are making statements. The pitch falls, emphasizing the finality of the statement.
You haven't heard the news yet.
No, what happened?
He said he's quitting his job.
Really? I didn't expect that.
In these examples, the rising, falling intonation combines both rising and falling pitch patterns. This intonation is used to convey surprise, uncertainty, or interest. It shows that the speaker is reacting to new information or expressing curiosity. Develop self-reflection and self-correction skills. Be aware of your mistakes and make a conscious effort to self-correct when speaking. Developing self-reflection skills will help you identify areas for improvement and work on them systematically. So for example, you realize you mispronounced a word or used the wrong verb tense. Correct yourself immediately and practice using the correct form. Also, note that there are other natural and informal ways native speakers self-correct without explicitly apologizing. Native speakers restructure the sentences to naturally incorporate the correct form without drawing attention to the mistake. For example, if they said, "I'm going to the library," they might smoothly continue with, I'm going to the library." Native speakers might take a brief pause, use a filler word like or and then proceed with the corrected version. For example, "I'll meet you at the restaurant, not the cafe." Sometimes the correction is conveyed through a change in intonation. They might emphasize the correct word to indicate that it's the accurate version. For instance, "I love to read books, not boo." They echo the correct version after the incorrect one to reinforce the right pronunciation. For example, "It's on the top shelf, shelf, not self." So there you are, 5 practical suggestions to answer that question: how to speak English naturally, fast, and without mistakes during conversations. Practice thought grouping, master filler words and pausing, actively listen and respond mindfully, incorporate fluent intonation, and develop self-reflection and self-correction skills. Remember that fluency comes with practice. So again, let me emphasize my advice. Listen to native English speakers. Pay close attention to how native English speakers naturally speak during conversations, interviews, or speeches. You can watch English movies, TV shows, TED Talks, or listen to podcasts. Observing how fluent speakers organize their speech will give you valuable insights into their speaking habits. Imitate and repeat. Practice imitating native speakers. Choose short audio clips or dialogues and try to copy the natural pauses, breaks, intonations, and filler words. Repeating these patterns out loud will help your brain internalize the structures and make them more accessible during your own conversations. Record and listen to yourself. Record yourself speaking in English and then listen to the recordings. Pay attention to your speech and identify which areas you can improve on. Maybe you need to work on your thought grouping or maybe intonation. Self-awareness is crucial in developing your speaking skills. Read aloud. Read articles, stories, or scripts out loud and focus on natural thought grouping while you read. Highlight where you naturally pause and group your thoughts. Reading aloud can help you become more comfortable with structuring your speech in a coherent and fluent manner. Practice with speaking partners. Engage in conversations with English-speaking partners or language exchange buddies. During these interactions, consciously try to use the techniques you learned from this video to make your speech more natural and fluent. Encourage your speaking partners to provide feedback and corrections, as this will help you refine your skills. Take speech or pronunciation classes. Enroll in speech or pronunciation classes either online or in person, where you can receive guidance from experienced instructors. They can provide you with personalized feedback, exercises, and techniques to improve your different aspects of speech. Practice regularly. Consistency is key to improving any language skill. Set aside dedicated time each day or week to practice. The more you practice, the more natural and automatic it will become to use the techniques we learned today. Be patient and persistent. Improving on the points I mentioned takes time and effort. Don't get discouraged by initial challenges. Be patient with yourself and celebrate the progress you make along the way. And that's a wrap for today's lesson. I hope you found these strategies helpful and empowering for your language journey. If you enjoyed this video and found it valuable, give it a thumbs up and share it with your fellow language learners. Also, let us know in the comments below what other topics you'd like us to cover. Your feedback and suggestions are always appreciated. Until next time, keep practicing, keep learning, and keep shining in your English conversations. Remember, You've got this. Take care and see you in the next video. Bye for now.